that you have to love this opening. Otherwise, like again, we get flamed to shit the second you say you don't.
Hey man, attention of any sort is good attention.
Yep. And with that, hello and welcome to the Mega Monster Cast. For today, we are talking about episode 1 of Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Yeah,
Uh,
finally.
this is being recorded before it is going to be released.
That's usually how it happens.
No, it's not because, well, I mean, yes, but this is so Alex, for context and for the viewers out there, this is our show that is replacing our mostly weekly recaps of Ultraman Arc. So yeah, this is going to replace Arc. So we have some in the can. So if something happens, we don't have to panic. We record at weird times on a Thursday evening, which is what we're doing now.
Life and things.
Yep.
I don't usually sound like this, so
Yep.
that's a contributing factor.
Yep.
No, you always sound sexy.
This is
Yep.
a different sexy.
So this is
I'm just saying we're watching this because Kaiju number 8 season 2 isn't out yet.
that'll be out in July.
That's
With
fine.
Dan.
Dude, July's gonna be so rough. We're gonna have so many shows all
July?
coming out at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be another year.
Dude, I think we have like 4 or 5 things we have to do in July. Because I think,
Hey, at least it's July and not like May.
dude, we also have I
And-
think Chainsaw Man's movie comes out around then too.
Yeah, I can't wait.
I don't know how I feel about that one.
I
I
mean,
do want
don't
to see
know.
my best girl though.
we also get in that one, Denji gets a new love interest from the looks of it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Anyway,
Very interesting.
yeah, no, July's
Stick
gonna be
around,
crazy.
folks.
But
To the Mega Monster podcast.
yeah, but this isn't gonna go out in July. This is gonna go out February.
It gives them enough time to prep.
Question mark? February, I want to say, is when this was going to be dropping. So yeah,
I feel like I'm going to be very busy in July.
dude, again, yes. So this is the anime that most people point at when they asked what saved the anime industry in the 90s. This is like one of the like 3 series that kept the anime industry afloat at that time. Yeah, no, like
Definitely felt movie budget though.
oh, dude, like we'll talk
Just
about budget.
wait.
We'll talk about budget. We'll talk about budget. Trust me. We're going to talk about that.
That's why we got a movie
It's either really
And then-
high or really low.
and then
I'm
like
not sure which
4
now.
other movies.
There's a budget. There is a budget. Anyway, this also
You're burying the lead.
this is also one of Hideaki Anno, who is at this point considered to be one of Japan's greatest filmmakers. Early
yeah, he is.
creations. Anno is also known for such works as Shin Godzilla, Shin Ultraman, Shin Kamen Rider, and Cutie Honey, which is a movie we're probably gonna have to watch at some point.
Yeah, like we're gonna make you watch it.
That movie splits the difference between this and fucking Shin Godzilla, so there's a non-zero chance we're watching it at some point.
I need to instate a black ball.
The one of the characters from Ultraman Arc was in that movie. That actress from the one alien chick who summons the weird fucking magnet face critter. She was the one that caused him to get the galaxy armor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he was a cast member in the Dragon Quest movie.
Huh.
Hmm.
He also worked on Nausicaa and the Valley of the Wind, if I remember correctly. He wasn't like a big part of it, But that's also a movie we could watch. That's not Studio Ghibli. That's the movie that made Studio Ghibli.
I'm gonna
Anyway.
have the GIF argument with you real quick. Is it Ghibli or Ghibli?
I believe it is supposed to be Ghibli.
Ghibli.
Most of my life I said Ghibli. I believe it's supposed to be Ghibli.
I've only ever heard Ghibli.
Huh.
That does not. You should not take my experience as anything.
I mean, again, I
It's
know I said it most
Ghibli
of my
because
life.
of giblets.
Yeah.
Now, see,
Sweet
now
giblets.
I'm less certain. You undermined your own argument here, and I know you were trying to do that.
Yeah.
No.
Anyway.
No, you just want to see me twist off.
Anyway, though, Alex, you apparently are not a fan of the opening. Let's see how flamed you
No,
get for this.
I absolutely am. I'm doing that to take the piss. Fuck off.
He said, and I quote, "Oh, fuck this opening." And I'm like,
It's
whoa.
not even what I said, you dick.
I mean, this is definitely an opening where naked teenagers float in the background for a while.
No, they were close. They were close. Jumpsuits. They all
You were
had
like-
jumpsuits.
You were like this close to seeing some labia. That's all I'm saying. Also, though, Misato's there, and she's in her mid-20s or maybe late 20s. I don't remember. She's of age. It's okay.
Yeah.
I'll raise the age here.
Yeah. This anime caused a lot of problems in the anime industry too. I'm just gonna say that too. This caused waifu culture.
That didn't already exist. Are you serious?
This caused waifu culture.
Yep.
Yeah.
No,
it did.
I-
It's one of the things that
I
people
feel
point
like
at.
pointing to one single source for an entire cultural movement is a little much.
Oh, buddy, you don't know about the Rei Asuka fights that
The
happened.
Ray fight.
I do not, in fact, know
yeah,
about the whatever the fuck you just referred to.
the Rei Asuka fights are, yeah,
Google it.
yeah, no, like there's
Don't.
whole arguments about who the better waifu is in the show, which the correct answer is
You're weighing in?
yes, I'm weighing in. The correct
Yes.
answer is either Misato or Ritsuko, depending on what degree of crazy you like.
Sato.
I said it. The only correct answer are the two women of legal age.
Exactly.
Come at me, internet. Come at me.
Okay, well, considering that
And if you come at him,
boundary,
you're all wrong.
yeah.
Putting that out there, right?
I would like to second Nick's assertions.
Come at me, internet. Also, Japan changed its laws. None of you can be attracted to them anymore.
Yeah, you fucking perverts.
What did this show just become?
It didn't
Angels
just become that. This is what it's
fighting
been for
cyborgs.
decades. I'm just pointing that
No,
out.
I meant this show.
Me getting real aggressive with the weirdos on the internet.
Yeah, fucking weird.
Yeah. Me getting super aggressive with people because we should be attracted to women of age.
Someone had to say it.
Yeah. Also, this is set in 2015.
I noticed that too.
Yeah. Yeah, this is 9 years ago. 9 years ago.
It would have been a lot.
Tokyo
It was what,
Would have been
20
a
years?
lot cooler if it was.
Yeah, this is like everybody's anticipation of what the early 20 teens was way off.
Oh yeah.
What everyone thought 2012 was going to be.
Yeah, like
I mean, if you put money on the ice caps melting, you're not super wrong. Just not as much as they thought.
Yeah, but melt a little faster. God.
You heard it here first, folks. Josh wants Tokyo underwater.
No, want the planet.
just Baton Rouge.
Yep.
Just want the whole planet.
So we also get
Hey
our
man, here's the problem with that. You and I both live where the great inland sea was, so we're going down first.
Yep.
Fine. I'll find a way to survive. I always do, unfortunately.
So anyway, we also get our introduction to our first monster of this series. Josh, Alex,
Took
how do you like what the
0
monsters
seconds.
are? How do you like what the monsters are called in this?
Fun fact.
I really want to see where this goes. I'm very excited to see where this goes.
Fun
Yes.
fact: this angel sack y'all.
Yeah. So these are the angels. Oh, we're gonna get a bunch of those.
Guess what? This is the same angel that stopped Abraham from killing his son.
Yep. And
And
now
God
another,
tested him.
and now another man is gonna put his son inside of a robot to fight it.
Cyborg.
Yes. Flesh mech.
There's so much
Um,
Christian.
Here we go. All right,
There's
it's all
so
falling
much
into
imagery.
place. Yeah. Yep. I remember how this ends. Yep. Okay.
Yep. Also, be prepared for when I eventually tie this all into Ultraman. I can do this. I'm not doing it yet. I have my arguments.
He's already shown me he
I've said
definitely can.
I've sent them to Josh.
Got
Josh
charts.
is ready. Anyway, though,
He's got charts, folks.
no, the internet gave me those charts. The internet
You
gave
got
them
them
to me.
though.
Yes,
It does not change what I said.
I do have charts. Yes.
Also,
He's got charts, folks.
I haven't seen anyone talk about this yet, but the show also deals with the 7 deadly sins. Fight
Yes.
me.
It deals with
You
many.
didn't make a case. You just stated something and said, "Fight me."
It deals with many
Well,
of the Judeo-Christian things.
Pride and greed are his father.
And lust is every woman that he meets.
Lust is everything he meets. He's
Everything that he meets,
super
yes.
pissed off about everything, so he's got wrath. He's envious about Ray with how she is with his father. Sloth because he always has to walk off and go away, and then he's always depressed. And then he's gluttony, which not food, but he needs attention and love.
And he's a glutton for punishment too.
That too. Fight me.
All right. Yep. Literally, you can just say anything about Judeo-Christian beliefs in this, and yeah,
There it is.
like you're not wrong.
This is either gonna be really good or really piss me off. I don't know which is gonna happen.
Do you like to see people without legs being crucified?
Depends
Answer
on the
it.
subject.
Do you like it when an older woman sends a picture of herself to a young man so he knows what she looks like and writes on the picture, "Get a load of these," and draws an arrow at her boobs?
Okay, I wasn't talking about Dan to Dan.
Joke's on you. It's Neon Genesis.
Yeah.
This is gonna be interesting.
Yeah. Misato is problematic. Many of the characters in this show are problematic.
Yeah.
That's what the show is about mainly. Being
because-
problematic.
It's because the director was severely depressed before he made this. He just got out of his depression. This is his actual journey through depression.
And then he gets right back into it.
Oh God, does he ever?
Because religion's not a substitute for happiness.
I mean, that's why he fights.
Oh, but
God.
he's not a Christian.
Oh,
He
good.
just like the imagery.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because he
well.
watched a lot of Ultraman growing up.
Yeah,
Stop it.
No, that's a real thing. I can do it.
Stop it.
do it.
He worked on an Ultraman movie because he loves it so much.
Unfounded claims.
Anyway, though, so yeah, the Angel's walking through town. It's
Just strolling.
yeah, it's just like
Making my way downtown,
yep.
Yeah.
crashing.
No, I mean, really.
They can't.
Oh,
do
I want to
shit.
point this out early because this infuriated me second one.
Mhm.
Don't make a new dub and not take the 15 minutes that it takes to rewrite the subs.
Ah, he's watching the Netflix one.
Yep.
It's so fucking annoying. It's
Yeah.
so low rent. I just it's so low rent.
That's fair.
Makes me so mad. Like it's so distracting, and then like you know that you're missing content one way or another.
I mean, I think the subs are supposed to go with like the actual like Japanese, and they had to change it a little bit to match up with the lip flaps for English.
I mean, I get the I I get the process of making a dub, but you have a Japanese and it says Japanese original in brackets,
Yep.
and then you have an English. You need to have the fucking words that are being said on screen show up on screen. I'm sorry,
Yep.
there's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like this is so low accessibility nonsense. This would be unwatchable for someone who was partially hard of hearing. For people like our age that enjoy watching with subs, like this was entirely too stupid. Like it does not take long to make the sub track. You had to make one anyways. Just do it.
Pretty sure the studio that did this, Studio Gainax.
hmm They're out of business, right?
Yeah, it's because they were like,
How much money do you think Netflix has?
no, it wasn't because of Netflix. They
Netflix
were
could do it them fucking selves.
no, they won't.
I
But
understand
they
they
still
won't. They didn't.
owe Ano like a shit ton of money
Oh yeah.
because of this.
I
I think
mean,
they
this
embezzled a ton of stuff.
yeah, like this is their
I'm
bread and
afraid.
butter. This like, although it was like Gynax Studio Gynax has had a bunch of other things that did really well. Like show that I know I've talked about many times. One of their last shows they made before they went under was Gurren Lagann,
Hmm.
Oh,
which
nice.
I just rewatched the first episode yesterday. It holds up.
Yeah, I was right. They weren't properly distributing the profits from Neon Genesis to Ano,
Yeah,
and
makes sense.
tax evasion.
That also makes sense. Anyway,
And
How about
they
your test
also
tax exemption?
and the worst one, um, the director, um, for Studio Gainax apparently, has been accused of indecent acts against some of the voice actresses.
I mean that sounds like he's a Weinstein. Yes,
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
it's okay. That company doesn't exist anymore for many
yeah,
reasons, and spawned better companies because of it.
he did go to jail, so
Hey, that's a change. That's a change for the better. You don't
Yeah.
always see that happen.
Anyway, though, so to get
he's
back
out.
on track, Misada's freaking out because she lost Shinji and she doesn't know where he is.
Roro Raggy,
Shinji's making phone calls like, "Hey, no one came to pick me up. Why aren't you here?"
help,
There's
monster,
a
help.
there's a monster walking through Tokyo, and all I have is this picture of you where you're showing off your tits. What's going on? What is my life right now?
I mean, if
Oh
this is
yeah,
my
that is the thing.
last,
Oh, fuck.
this
Yep.
is the last thing I see. Cool.
And then we see an albino girl standing in the street.
What is the? Okay.
Do you want to know what it is?
No.
Do you want to know what the
No,
albino
I
girl
wasn't even
was?
talking about the albino girl
Oh,
either.
Are you upset that Misato is clearly being real weird with a teenage boy she's never met?
Yeah. I'm. This is gonna be one of those ones where I have to watch these episodes twice because I
Yeah,
did
no.
not pick up on that, and that's okay.
Yeah,
All
no,
right.
it's super weird, right? When you think about she's never met Shinji before. That's what she wants her first impression for him to be.
now,
With the lipstick and everything, like
Yeah.
now,
what?
Alex, when you find out why she does this in her backstory, you're gonna feel even worse.
How
Yeah.
is there a why?
Oh, there's a lot of Ys in this.
Ah,
There's a lot of Ys.
I had high hopes for this.
Oh
There's
no,
all
they're gonna be
kinds of
high.
Ys. Yeah. Anyway,
Good
it's an
job.
angel. Then we get a bunch of fucking rockets launched at this critter. And so
All right,
much
critter.
Tokyo.
Critter works for me. Keep going with critter.
Yeah. And then
Angels.
then it stabs it with an
No, I'm in for
energy
all
spear.
kaiju. That works for me.
Yeah, fair. Then it
What are these? Okay, tell me. Like when we see the fucking UN things flying ahead of it, tell me that's not a Fortnite llama.
No, Fortnite llamas are these.
Yeah.
I know. I mean, yeah.
Yes.
But like, I could not unsee it.
Yeah. And then Misato picks him up. As the
He's
UN.
way too casual about this. This
Well,
bothered me. Like, what the fuck did she say? She like in the English dub, it is kind of hilarious.
oh gosh, I don't
What did she
remember what
say?
she said in this. I'm looking at the subs right now.
She's like, it's just something so silly. Like, sorry, I'm late. Get in. Like,
Yeah. In the subs.
do you not see the shit around? What?
Yeah. In the subs, it's sorry, been waiting long. Then the UN just rains fire on this monster. As Misato pumps, somehow her car is pump action because she does it twice.
Yeah, it is.
I think she missed the gear the first time.
Which, considering how close they get to dying in that moment, thank God she didn't do it 3 times.
Yeah, she might have transformed into some Ultraman.
Yeah.
No, that's not how this universe works.
No, this is just very connected to it, not entirely connected to it.
Yeah.
You pulling threads.
Not even threads, too. Like,
This show will also take reference to some Jewish mythology.
yeah. We're gonna get David and Goliath.
I mean,
That's Christian.
I mean, they're all.
It
very
does involve
similar.
a certain character.
We're gonna get the Binding of Isaac.
Oh god, not the giant mom foot. Look at
I
those
mean,
toes.
tell me I'm wrong with the giant mom foot. Tell me I'm wrong, Josh. You tell me that right now. You tell me there's not a giant mom foot in this show.
There are technically many?
Well, I need to use a black ball right now.
Why do you have balls?
Why don't you?
It's cold out?
Fair.
What?
But also awful.
What kind of response is that?
I just roll with whatever he says half the time. I let him hang himself on this one. Also,
this isn't our other friend from the other chat.
There's like this small moment, and I'm just gonna say this right now. Like, there's a small moment where Misato is in the car with Shinji. She's got the binoculars, and she is just like, so she is like positioned herself, and Shinji is not looking off in the distance. He is staring right at her boobs in this shot.
Oh yeah.
Like, he is like, damn it, you're right. They are nice.
Are nice.
Fuck. God damn it, this picture is gonna haunt me for the rest of my life.
I'm gonna keep it in my room. Next to my chair, my lotion.
And then we get a nuke.
Boy, do they. Why does the nuke blast look like a giant penis?
Because this is Evangelion. That's the answer. Also, the car flips, but they are miraculously fine after it flipping multiple times. And her just covering him with her body.
He had a soft landing.
That's just good engine. Okay.
Yep. You almost said a dad thing. Yeah, then they flip the car back over so they can escape.
Why does everybody lean back into it? Like, wouldn't you get more leverage facing it? I don't know.
I mean,
Alex, how did you lift doors?
yeah.
Through the front or using your back?
I
Huh?
got to walk away without a back injury. I used my front.
I did too.
Yeah.
You carry him awkwardly like this.
They worked.
So then they find out that the nuke did nothing, and this thing has survived the fires of nuclear radiation.
Are we sure
Yeah.
it did nothing? It seemed like they said it was regenerating.
I mean, basically does nothing. Like it's clearly melty, but it's fine. And that's
Yeah,
got two
it
faces.
turned into
Whoa.
Bio Broly for a moment.
Yeah. And it also
Uh,
has the whole like breathing thing, like
it went drastically
the
down in quality immediately.
the monsters from looks like the stuff from Nausicaa too. I'm just gonna say that. This first one has a lot of Nausicaa vibes, considering that's what he worked on before this. Yeah. So then we get Misato and Shinji driving off.
Yeah, and they're taped up Honda Civic.
Yep. And she's using a car phone. You guys remember those?
Hell yeah, I
I
do.
know they existed, but I don't know. I was in one car once that had one.
Yeah, I think I had like one experience with one.
Yep.
Yep. Also, Misato's real upset that her outfit's ruined.
She's right. Yeah.
She wanted to impress this teenage boy.
No, she likes to look good when she's out saving the world.
I mean, she is trying to impress her boss's son. Like, I get it. Like, there's a non creepy reason for her to dress nicely. It's just the photo she sent him immediately invalidates that reason.
She's a predator.
Oh God. Yep. I also like that Shinji immediately calls her out for being childish.
And then she fucking whips
Beats
the
the shit
car.
out. Yep. Fucking. It's not that she whips it; she's hitting him and swerving because of it. She has
It's
decided.
so good.
She's decided that she no longer cares about impressing this teenage boy.
Call her out once, she's over it.
That's Misato in a nutshell, honestly. There's a lot going on with that character, and I appreciate the fucks out of her, but at the same point in time, there's a lot going on with her. Also, having watched both of the dubs for the first episode, the Netflix dub says nerve weird.
It does, doesn't it?
Nerve.
Yeah, they call it
You know,
nerve. It's nerve in the original one.
yeah. So I'm glad I went back to my copy. I watched 2 episodes on Netflix. I'm like, nope.
Yeah, so that's something I wanted to bring up. There's two different dubs. I was very used to the one I watched growing up, and then when Netflix got the rights to this show, they redubbed it, so they had full control.
But didn't resub it.
Yep. I mean, they may have, but I think they just stuck to subbing
They,
only the
they didn't.
literal. They only subbed the literal Japanese track. They didn't do a sub for the English track they made. So they
Yeah.
have a
If it
literal
was
English
good
to
enough
Japanese sub.
to fucking make people and pay them to say the words, they could have paid some intern to type them.
Yeah, but
If it
typing's
was good
hard.
enough to be literal, I don't give a shit.
But typing's hard, Alex. My fingers can't move that fast.
Yeah, then we get Gendo Ikari being freaky as fuck. What do you guys think about Gendo? Well, what do you think about Gendo, Alex? Josh and I already have opinions on him.
Yeah.
Got a very slappable personality.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. There's a reason Shinji's not okay as a person.
Yep.
Yay, trauma!
Yeah, that's what this show is about.
This guy is from Kaiju number 8.
Kind of. I'd make the argument if he was in that universe would be slightly more depressing.
Just wait till you figure out why he's so close to Ray.
You can't spoil everything, okay? You just have to let them
I'm not.
experiencing things.
I'm not. I'm just bringing up his hopes up a little bit.
I'm gonna binge this so you can stop.
Yep.
Do it.
I might.
You're not gonna hurt my feelings.
I mean, honestly,
No, it'll reduce my annoyance.
we've got 2 really bingeable shows right now.
Don't worry. I'll start talking about the Rebirth movies.
Those are honestly really fun. I do like those movies quite a bit. They're a retelling of this show that immediately start deviating and creating their own timeline in movie 2.
It's like they stay on par with the first movie, and then they're like, and upside down now.
Yep. Yeah, this is about how he would make them if he was, instead of being a depressed guy working in the anime industry, one of the most popular directors in his country.
It's essentially like a recycling of the universe, isn't it? If I remember right.
Yeah. Anyway,
Or that's the way I took it.
we get introduced to, fairly soon, the other character you are allowed to have as your waifu, and if you pick anyone else, you're wrong. Ritsuko is a good choice. I think she's like 28. She's a scientist. She's got like,
Are you selling this person right now?
I think she's attractive. I'm gonna say this right now. Ritsuko's attractive as fuck. You can fight me on this one. Ritsuko is attractive, and I would be totally into it. And I think she needs to set her standards higher. She is a
Does
strong.
she ever?
She is a strong, attractive woman who
You don't
has a
need no
lot
man.
going for her. She is highly educated. Any man would be lucky to have her. She needs to realize that about herself. Get in the comments.
But instead she's a dumb bitch who tries to go for somebody else.
Get in the comments, people. These are the 2 correct choices. You get to pick one. If you don't pick one of these 2, there's kind of a third choice that's okay, but you're sort of treading on some weird territory there. Not for
already
illegal
bad.
ways, just because she's not into men.
Is it the angel?
Yes. No, remember there's like the one girl in the control room?
Oh!
Yeah, but she's not
Yes.
into men. That's canonical. Respect that, people. Get in the comments. Alex.
Yeah.
I
Alex.
categorically refuse to do so.
Yeah. So anyway, they're getting ready for battle stations now because the angel is coming and they need to get ready because something's bad's gonna happen if it gets there. It's a giant monster with a weird bird mask, like it's a plague doctor.
Yeah, that was definitely the invocation.
Also, we see horrifying monstrosity hand in the background as Shinji goes up this elevator.
Yeah, I'm watching this scene going, we're not going to talk about the hand.
It never comes up again.
We're not going to talk about the hand.
The hand never comes up.
I mean,
Why?
we literally see something with the same sized hand a few minutes later. Like, not even minutes, seconds later.
Why is it in this position?
You'll
Because it
see
doesn't
why.
want to be there. It wants to leave.
Wait, it has a wand?
Everything has a wand
Okay.
if you get deep in. If you get deep enough, everything has a wand. So anyway, we get introduced to the cool flesh mech of the series. Ava Unit 1. I'm going to
Did
call
you
it
call it a flesh mech?
because it's
Yeah.
made out of flesh.
It's a
That's
cyborg.
not a robot. It has fucking armor on it. It's made out of organic matter. You find that out in the next episode. That's not much of a spoiler. It's a flesh
Find
mech
out.
because they fucking stick a tube into its spinal cord.
I've had that done before.
Yeah.
Multiple
Josh is
times.
also a flesh mech.
Technically, we all are.
None of us have had a baby.
We're just a brain controlling a skeleton covered in really soft armor.
Uh-huh. Anyway, so
Bite
Shinji's
me.
dad shows up to
What
stand
a prick.
above the Evangelion.
I need to be a lot more energetic and alert for these.
Yes.
It's going to turn into a philosophical roundabout. I
Oh,
swear to
dude,
God.
you don't even
Oh,
know.
this is gonna be philosophical.
You don't even fucking know.
Oh, God.
This
Just
is gonna be
wait.
intense. So yeah,
Oh, God.
Shinji's
God.
dad stands above the Eva as though positioning himself in the place of God
Da-da.
as he looks down upon his son.
Which, in this point, he would be Abraham,
Yes, and he's going to
a
send his son.
sacrifice.
Yeah, he's going
Yeah,
to sacrifice his son.
this is the foretelling of the gospel.
Yeah. Jesus shit.
Yeah. But the angel stops the sacrifice.
Anyway, though, yeah, they want to stick Shinji inside of the Eva, and they're like, there's no way he's gonna make this work. It took Ray 7 months to get this thing to move. He can't do it. We're not just gonna shove this kid into it.
Because Daddy Ray's a little bitch.
Yeah. I mean, his dad wasn't really there for much of his childhood, I don't think.
Daddy didn't care. He was
Yeah,
never there to change his underwear.
yeah. I mean, like, that's something that he literally
I
talks
didn't
about in this
care.
episode, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure
What?
he talks about that he abandoned his son, and the
Oh,
only
yeah.
reason he got in touch with him because he needed him to pilot the mech.
Yeah, he hadn't seen him in 3 years.
Yeah. Which I've kind of wondered about this. Was he living with his grandparents or what? Because I don't think we ever get an answer to that actually in the
I
series
assume he
itself.
was just a homeless kid. He lived off
I
the
mean,
streets.
kind of the way he acts, like, that's not. I don't think he lived in the streets, but like, I can
No.
honestly almost see his dad like getting an apartment and just leaving Shinji there on his own. Like the way
Oh dear
Shinji
God, he's a
acts.
dinch. He's a dinchy.
Yeah, like the way Shinji acts. Every now and then I'm like, you've been alone a lot.
Well, I mean, his mom's gone. His dad is a piece of shit. He has
Yeah,
no friends.
yeah. He's got a stupid haircut.
He's got a really cool, like,
He's got older women hitting on him.
babysitter.
He's got older women hitting on him sight unseen. When his dad tells him to get inside of the robot, he just starts having a panic attack because he doesn't want to die. Yeah. His dad starts yelling at him in front of a bunch of people he doesn't really know.
You were the wrong kid. That it should have been you that died, not your brother.
That was the energy for sure.
I mean, considering we get the other one coming in a minute here. Also, how do you like that when the angel tries to bunker bust its way in, every
Then
time
it's a cross.
Yeah, how do you like that?
And
I will get progressively more annoyed as the series goes on.
hey, do you like
yeah.
crucifixions?
I'm starting to.
I mean,
Hey,
we've seen plenty in the last couple weeks.
do you like Christian imagery? Do you like Jewish imagery?
What is it with the Japanese and the Christian imagery, man?
It's interesting and different than what they're used to.
Huh?
That's why they do it. It's why we also get a lot of Western style fantasy from from Japanese media now. Yeah, like it's
We're
different than
it's
what they're used to.
exotic.
Yeah, it is exotic. We're exotic. This
Yeah.
is exotic. I'm wearing a JoJo shirt. It doesn't work.
I'm wearing a shirt that I accidentally spilt chili
I'm
on.
wearing Goku. Does this work?
Nope, none of this works. We're all not wearing exotic things for them.
I'm
Anyway,
wearing chili.
so Shinji has a panic attack, and they're like, "All right, I guess we're gonna get Rei. All right, go get Rei. This was a mistake. I shouldn't have had my son come here. Go get the
God,
albino.
I wish I would have killed him.
All right, let's get the albino and put her back in the fucking mech." Yes.
Yeah, like she was the albino from the beginning.
Bet you couldn't pick up on that one at all when you see her. We also see glimpses of Shinji as a little kid just crying as they bring Rei in on a stretcher with a fucking IV and
Get in
broken
the
limbs.
This was very clearly a sympathy gambit.
get in the flesh mech.
Oh yeah.
Do your thing.
All right. Stick her in the side of the fucking Ava. We're gonna get her to do this one way or another. She has one eye, but that's all she needs to see this thing move. And then we get the debris because the angel has made its way in to the Geo front. We get the debris of the lights getting knocked down, and as they're about to crash and hit Shinji and give him a concussion, the Ava's hand shoots out to block the attack, to block the debris.
With nobody in it.
It is, however, mimicking the way Shinji tried to cover his own head. If
It's
you look
like they have
close.
a connection.
Yep. Da da da.
But I guess it doesn't need a pilot then.
It does.
It needs him to be within 20 feet of it. So might as well put him
It
inside of
it
it.
it needs him inside of it.
Yep.
And this isn't going to get weird later on.
Yep. Yeah, there's a lot. Yep. Also, Shinji tries to help Rei, and there's a lot of blood.
There's so much.
And Shinji has to tell himself not to run away.
And then we have to get an epilepsy
Yep.
warning.
Yep. I'll get in the Ava. Let's drain this thing and stick me inside of it. I'm gonna go breathe some fucking Tang.
Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah. Yeah, how'd you feel about him drinking all that liquids?
Not drinking if you put it in your lungs.
Yep.
I mean, some of it's got to go into your belly.
I
Tell me
mean,
I'm wrong.
you're not wrong. This is also implied to be similar to amniotic fluid, as though he is back in the womb. And Alex just gets
Remember
progressively
remember
more
I said this
frustrated.
wasn't going to get weird later?
Oh, I
didn't-
quit the show.
This is what I was talking about.
It's immediately weirder.
It took
I
0
mean-
seconds.
Amniotic fluid is fluid that you can technically get oxygen out of. Also, we get a bunch of weird colors. And then,
Yeah, the fucking just
Yep.
like yeah.
and then they run their tests and they get it all synced up, and he has a 41 point something, and they're gonna send him out to try to fucking kill a monster.
God, I hope he can do it.
0 information available.
Yep. All right. Should we let him know what his weapons are? Nah, he'll figure it out.
Nah.
Nah, he's cool
He
like that.
is the weapon.
Nah, he's chill. He's not gonna cry again.
He's gonna cry, isn't he?
He's
He's not gonna cry every episode of the rest of the show. It's not gonna be a meme of Shinji crying for the next 30 years.
Oh my god, this is where they got Deku crying all the time from.
Kind of.
Fuck
This
you,
is.
Deku.
I mean, if it makes you feel better, though, they got Shinji crying from Amuro crying from Gundam. So
Yeah, that's also true.
this is just a reference to the 70s. Every anime needs somebody to cry inside of a robot.
Otherwise, it's not peak anime.
Yeah. If it's a mech anime, someone needs to cry inside of a robot.
Fleshmech.
So anyway, then they launch Shinji up, and the G-forces don't
Mm.
immediately kill him. And he's getting ready to fucking engage the angel.
He better have his prayers ready.
Yep. He best. You can see just the abject terror on his face as he looks at this thing like, oh, fuck, I don't know what to do. They didn't teach me how to control this thing at all.
What is he supposed to do? Like, what are you supposed to do?
And then we get the ending.
A walk.
Like, I mean, I was comparing this to like VR. Like, you can't just stick some asshole in VR and go.
I mean, you can.
Yeah, that's what you
You
did
can't.
with me.
Okay, but that was funny.
Well, they
I
think
got
this is
sick.
funny too.
I throwed up.
Clearly, Gendo thinks this is hilarious, sticking his son in this thing.
He's like, haha, I hope he dies.
Yes.
I'm tired of paying his rent.
Yeah. And then we get the ending sequence where a naked teenager spins around in water upside down
No
as someone
bodysuit.
sings "Fly Me to the Moon."
They're wearing a they're in a bodysuit.
Well, you can lie to yourself if you want to.
I am.
Also, the moon's in the background and it's pretty cool looking.
It was. It's a really good outro.
Yeah. Get used to a reference to Frank Sinatra for the next 20 some episodes.
Good thing I love me some Frank Sinatra.
Love how this is just this feels very Kojima in like, I'm just gonna do whatever the fuck I want. This is my project, my expression. You're just gonna have to deal with it.
Yeah, you're not like far off. It's pretty much that.
I'm picking that vibe up for sure.
Yeah, no, it's pretty much that. There's some other stuff going on there, but yeah, it's like pretty much that.
Oh, Alex. Make sure when you watch this, after you've watched the ending, to then watch the end of
When we get
Evangelion.
we'll get to that part. We'll prep him for it when we get closer to the ending. So we got to watch all the episodes, then we watch that movie.
Yeah.
I don't know if that movie's on Netflix because
It is.
they have to heavily edit that movie on Netflix, right? Like that's got to be like super edited, right?
I would imagine.
Like they've got to cut entire scenes out.
What if they don't?
Dude, the hospital scene alone, like they got to cut that, right?
No, that nothing happened in that hospital.
All right, yeah, sure.
Nope. Nobody
Yep.
died.
So anyway, yeah, that was the first episode of Neon Genesis Evangelion. We don't have a mech fight yet. We get that next time.
Oh, but we set one up.
So yeah, what'd you think, Alex? You're the newbie to this.
Cool.
Yep.
It's cute.
Think I'll watch Darling in the Franxx so that I can not get beat over the head with Christian imagery, but whatever.
Oh,
All right,
by
instead
the
you're gonna
way,
get
in
beaten over
Darling of
the
the
head with
Franks,
sex.
Didn't hear either of you.
Go for it.
I was gonna say, yeah, no, you still will. There's a lot of it in there.
I'm sure there is, but probably not. I don't know. It wasn't as dripping as this one is.
But
Oh no.
there's way more getting hit over the head with sexual imagery.
Yeah, I mean, they call it on Wikipedia a mecha romantic drama.
Yes, that is accurate.
A romantic mecha drama.
Yes.
All right. All right. I'm in. All right. Sold.
I still have not put the first episode up for that. I'm waiting for when we can actually watch the rest of it.
It's
Yeah.
definitely got similar vibes to this. I mean, like they're doing the same trick of using a word that we in our world would go, why are you using that word? Like for the
Mhm.
angels in Evangelion and the parasites in Darling in the Franks. I mean, it's it feels referential,
Oh,
derivative a little bit.
yeah. Also, considering the people who left Gynax because they felt like Gynax was fucking them over, the company that made this anime, went on to found Studio Trigger, the company that made that anime.
7 degrees of Kevin Bacon right there.
Yep.
Oh, bacon.
Yeah. Um, I think this is a good first episode to establish what you're gonna get, which is a lot of weird interactions between people that are not okay. And
Yeah, everybody in this series needs to see a therapist right away.
oh yeah, no, that's like a big part of it.
I love how you set that out as a standard, though. Like,
It
here's
is.
your standard.
Yeah. No,
Here's what to expect. Problems.
yeah. A lot of weird interactions between a teenage boy and the women in his life.
And a pet.
What?
Not in that way though. Different
Yeah.
weird interactions. It's not a peanut butter situation.
Yeah. Or tuna.
Fuck.
No, I will say
Thought
none of. I will say Shinji eventually gets to.
you were gonna take that sentence somewhere else.
No, I will say Shinji eventually gets to have a normal, healthy relationship with a woman in his life, but it takes about 25 years.
At
In
least you
our
get there, kid.
real time,
Oh damn.
as in
We're not gonna get it here.
no, we get it in the remake movies.
Yeah, you gotta watch Rebirth.
Was
Isn't it like Rebirth 1.11, 2.22, 3.33, and
so it started
4?
no, because those are the extended cuts of the
Oh,
movies.
that's
What?
right.
They only have the extended cuts up for streaming. The original cuts are 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, but the extended cuts have like extra scenes, and that's why they're 1.11, 2.22, 3.33.
That's right.
A weird naming convention.
But there's more name to it. Like you
Yeah.
cannot advance. Otto
Okay.
loves to fuck with people. Just wait. Just wait. You gotta find. I can't wait for you to find out what he likes to do with hate mail, because we're gonna bring
Jerks
that
off,
up.
jerks off into it.
Yep.
Telling you right now.
Well, that'll be worth a stamp.
All right, you heard it here first, folks. Alex wants to
He's-
stamp Otto's jerk off hate mail.
I would assume that he would stamp it and return it back.
No,
You heard
no,
it
no,
here
no.
first,
That's
folks.
part of the nonsense, right?
Yeah.
No, see, he just gets a bunch of it together, jerks off, lets it dry, and then he has
Oh,
a
so it's
blanket.
just a
He
so it's
has a
just a
blanket.
personal gratification
Yeah.
thing.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Sure.
Anything else before we call this one?
Let's see where this goes.
I can't wait for his reaction.
Yeah. You are the newbie. We've
I
experienced this.
I want to watch it live with him on a few episodes.
There's a few that would be fun to watch like that. I can think of like two for sure I'd like to experience that.
Oh yeah.
Mhm. I know you and I are thinking about the same too. But yeah. Anyway, tune in the next time where we talk about the first actual fight of this anime. Bye-bye.
Goodbye now. Alex, say it. Say it.
Oh,
Say it.
he's taking a long drink.
Bye-bye now.
Oh
You already
shit!
cut it
I kept
off.
one of them. No, I kept one of them rolling for that.